I do wish that my parents gave birth to me at a younger age, because one of my biggest fears is actually losing my mom. She will even remind me, you know, I'm old, one day you're going to regret that I'm not around, you didn't spend enough time with me.
Many people have asked me, oh, why did you wait so long to have children? When you have two couples who are struggling to pay mortgage and to have a good life, obviously they want to delay the responsibility of having a family.
Think about it. You stop work at 6 o'clock. You reach home at 7:30. You cook your dinner at 8 o'clock. By the time your husband says, let's have fun, you'll probably be too tired.
When you take the babies out of the hospital, that's when you start to panic. What the beep am I going to do now? There's no instruction manual. This is it. Yeah, I'm the dad.
When we have a baby at old age, we'll have a lot of complications. Actually, before this little boy is being born, I have one miscarriage. His heartbeat stopped at 9 weeks. Half a year later, I realized that I'm pregnant again. I will worry the same thing will happen again. This is the delivery day. I'm afraid anything happened in the surgery table, what will happen to my son? So when the moment, right, I heard the crying sound from this baby boy, I cried.
This is the most memorable photo. His first day going to school. First day taking bus by himself. I see a lot of primary 1 students crying in school, missing the mom and all that. And he was like looking out the window, never cry, never anything. So I was very proud of that. So I talked to my wife, I said, shall we have another one? He said, no, you got to consider my health. Then you consider the chances of the kids being born with special needs and all that. When they grow old, will you still be around? I think that's not being very responsible.
I'm starting to see, my dad is not able to do all the physical work that he used to be able to do around the house. There was a time where he slipped off the ladder and fell into a desk. My fear is that one day I'm gonna come home from work and he will have tried to fix something when I'm not home.
I go to the gym 3 times a week. I swim 2 times a week. People are asking me, why are you doing all that? It's time for you to retire and drink. So I got a son that is only 8 years old. I got to make sure I'm around when he needs me.
So this is the first picture that we took 31 years ago, and now 30 years later we took this. My mom has white hair now. I call her Cruella at home. The relationship that I share with my mother is very special because she disagrees to a lot of the things that people of our age do. But for me, it's when I feel like I need to speak to someone, I can always turn to her.
So when I was a teenager, I was convinced that if my parents had had me when they were younger, they would understand me better. But honestly, the reason that they didn't get me is because they were more worried about my safety than letting me do cool things.
I'm very emotionally available to both my wife and my kids because I've spent a lot of my lifetime understanding who I am.
There's always this fear, this thought at the back of my head that if I ever hit a milestone of my own, then they are not around.
Will I be a grandfather? I don't think so. But is that important? I don't think so too. I think the biggest milestone was to see him going through the secondary school of my choice, not his choice. And getting into the university, after that is his life.
At a later age, your parents become more dependent on you. I'm still easing, or rather settling into my careers, and it's not mandated in a lot of workspaces where I can take a day off just to take care of my parents. Like, who's taking care of the caregivers?
The younger generation nowadays, they rather spend this money on themselves rather than on the babies. My daughter is like that.
She says she don't want children.
Yeah, she keeps telling me she don't want. Noisy, troublesome. I spend the money on myself to shop, to travel, to buy things on my own.
To encourage people to have kids at a younger age now takes a lot of work. Women need to feel that they are allowed to take care of their children, even while they're establishing their careers.
If you have too much childcare leave, boss will say, then you don't need to come back to work better still, right?
I think if I do it all over again, I'll probably have my kid at a younger age. But then at that point of time, I spent a lot of my business trip overseas. We may have a stranger at home,
Would you like to give a personal message to your mom?
I mean, if you're watching this, I'm very thankful for all the sweat and hard work you went through at such a later stage of your life. As much as I don't say, I'm very grateful that I think I am pretty much the person I am today because of you.